Daniel here to compare the unmixed features of SpectraLayers and Ultimate Vocal Remover. While SpectraLayers is effectively Photoshop for audio, Ultimate Vocal Remover, or UVR, has risen in popularity thanks to the fact that it's free and open source. UVR contains multiple algorithms that you can download to cater for different unmixing and restoration examples, but for now we will stick with the models that are available when you install the program as of version 5.6. The results of the stem separation will differ based on the actual song. I'll be using a snippet of a lo-fi hip-hop track called Someone Knows from yours truly, and we're going to test against 5 scenarios: vocals, instrumental, drums, bass, and other. For UVR, I'm going to use the MDX net algorithm to get the vocal and instrument stems first, then use the Unmix algorithm to get the remaining stem options. Using SpectraLayers 11, I just need to go to the Modules panel and select Unmix Song with the layer highlighted and select the stem options and set the quality to extreme to know what's the best it can do. And I'll skip the waiting times for the video's sake. And we're back. To make playback easier, I've imported the files that UVR generated into SpectraLayers. So let's maximize it. With all the comparisons, I'm listening for transient retention, artifacts generated, how it handles additive effects like delay and reverb, and the separation quality itself. Let's start with the original mix, followed by the vocals. The vocals are mildly distorted, which makes it a good test to see how much the models can retain.
Sometimes I feel like sometimes I feel like no one wants to, no one wants to show that someone knows. Sometimes I feel like no one wants to, no one wants to show that someone knows. Sometimes I feel like no one wants to, no one wants to show that someone knows. Sometimes I feel like no one wants to, no one wants to show that someone knows.
This is a tough one between the SpectraLayers and MDX model. UVR5 MDX is able to detect the vocal sample at the start. SpectraLayers has less bleed and a better frequency balance, but strips a bit too much noise, as the original had intentional tape hiss noise added. Hence, the MDX stem sounds a touch closer to the original, but both are usable. Unmix, not so much. Given the fact that I do have the original vocals, I want to quickly test the Unmix Chorus module. So let's compare the lead.
Sometimes I feel like no one wants to, no one wants to show that someone knows. Sometimes I feel like
That did a really good job actually, better than I expected. So let's resume and check the instrumental. think both programs have done excellent in terms of the instrument extraction. SpectraLayers does have the edge, there's less bleed from the vocal, but still a very impressive sound from both programs. I'll move on to the drums. With the drums, SpectraLayers does have the edge here compared to the Unmix model, where there's almost an underwater sort of sound to it, smearing the transients. I want to move to the bass. So the UVR Unmix model, the transients sound a little more smeared and has less bleed than SpectraLayers. I feel has a little more energy in the low end as well. It does have a little more aliasing near the mid-range. While I prefer SpectraLayers bass, I would also be happy using the UVR Unmix model as well. It's really down to your preference. Finally, let's check other. So other primarily covers the piano sounds. While SpectraLayers does sound better due to the lower bleed from the vocals, UVR still done a good job here. You have to consider the fact that UVR is free. SpectraLayers does incorporate more than just unmixing. It's more of a comprehensive tool for audio restoration. But UVR makes perfect sense to at least try out. Let me know what you think is the better unmixing tool. All in all, take care.